How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm taking off right where I left off in the previous upload, basically at 855 rating. We lost one and won one in the last one, so looking to try and get some points right back. We were able to get the points we previously lost, but we're going to need to get some more points in order to get Babe Ruth and make a push towards World Series. I need about 3 wins in a row, and we are debuting the finest 97 overall Jack Flaherty on the mound. First time I'm using this card. I'm also going up against a person who I know, a person who's following the channel. He wanted to play against me, and he's already made World Series, as he has Babe Ruth. But he's definitely a good opponent. I've seen him play other content creators as well, and this guy is definitely really good. So we're going to have a good game here. Hopefully we'll have a high-scoring game, and hopefully we can also pitch pretty well with this Jack Flaherty in his debut. But anyway, so far so good. I feel like he's pretty easy to control for the most part, and he really went the other way with that one. Fastball up and away, and Christian Yelich, the finest Christian Yelich with 125 power, sends that one into the gap, opposite field. That pitch was above the zone. Not really where I wanted it, but if it was where I wanted it, it might have been a home run. So we get out of the inning without giving up a run, and that's pretty important. So for the most part, in these ranked seasons games that I've played recently, I have been able to score runs early on in the game. I've kind of been shut down in the middle portion of the game, and then I was able to score a few runs later on in like the 7th inning and beyond. So that's kind of how these ranked seasons have been going. I have had some high-scoring games, as well as I've had to make a few comebacks. But for the most part, I have been able to get an early lead. In this game so far, that hasn't been the case. I'm pitching with a 0-0 game here. Jack Flaherty, brand new guy for me on the mound, and so far so good. I tried to challenge Babe Ruth with the fastball inside. He does pull it there through the 4-hole, and that is going to be a base knock. Trying to get the double play the following batter, and we are able to on Gleyber Torres. Got a good pitch to hit there and just got on top of it. Might have been a little bit below the zone. Tough to tell with those breaking pitches. But get out of the inning once again. So 2 innings so far and haven't given up a run. I have given up a couple base hits, and you can tell that the opponent is hitting the ball really well. So it's nice to hit this home run here with Lou Gehrig. I don't feel that I was on that one completely. I felt like I got it off the handle of the bat. But I did center swing, and it was a pitch kind of middle in, and I was able to hit it to center field. This one I actually feel like I got a little bit better. I might have been a little bit under it, but I did hit it with the barrel of the bat. Pablo Sanchez, the backyard baseball legend, unable to expand the lead. But we do have just the one hit so far. It's the solo shot, and we're facing a really powerful team. He has his creative player up. He grounds out to second base there. Now we got to face Griffey. He has a pretty lefty-heavy lineup, a good amount of lefties as well as some switch hitters mixed in there. So definitely tough on this Jack Flaherty to go ahead and pitch against this matchup. But he's also pitching pretty well. I feel like he's pretty good to locate with. He's all right. It's tough to tell with some of these pitchers simply because I don't really have the best ERA, and we're playing on Hall of Fame difficulty. I know it's a little bit easier to tell if the pitcher is good on Hall of Fame, and so far so good. I mean, he's been able to get out of the inning. He's been able to pitch well with guys in scoring position, guys on base. And I know if I don't continue to score runs and continue to have good at-bats at the plate, then I know he's going to be able to come back. There we get a strikeout on a slider inside. I'm going with the 1-2 changeup. He's able to foul a couple pitches off. He had a really nice at-bat with Nolan Arenado here, and I was able to get him out. The previous at-bat, he sends one deep for a game-tying home run to the opposite field. So you can definitely tell that this guy can hit. He's been on the baseball consistently. He hasn't really got necessarily rewarded for some of his hits, but here he hits back-to-back home runs. He takes the lead 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now I need to be able to respond right away. I get a leadoff walk with Willie Mays, and that kind of sets up the inning a little bit as we knock a base hit with Lou Gehrig to the right center field gap. That's going to allow Willie Mays to get up to third. We're facing this player of the month, James Paxton, who I haven't really faced that often, but he is a pretty good pitcher. He does have a good repertoire. He is able to locate with him as well. Domino's is definitely pitching extremely well with this James Paxton till this point. I mean, it's 2-2 game in the bottom of the 4th inning, a really good game in general. And luckily, I'm able to expand the lead a little bit, get the lead right back with Ken Griffey Jr., a 2-run shot, a no-doubter on a cutter over the middle. I kind of waited on that one just long enough, still able to pull it, and it was kind of over the middle of the plate. So we get the good exit velocity there. I have seen some things recently with some exit velocities being adjusted with recent gameplay tunings and all that. I'm not really necessarily sure. I'm not the best person to ask. I haven't played too many games of ranked seasons throughout this month, but I'm about 10-2 at this point in time. I have lost a couple games. You guys have seen the uploaded games where I've lost. I've also tried to upload as many games as I've played in this ranked seasons for this month. I've tried to upload all of them, and as best as I can. Some of the games have been shorter than others, but in that situation, I'm looking to try and establish a confidence on some of his pitches when I'm facing the pitcher. I was facing Paxton that last at bat. We are able to get a strikeout. And then on the flip side, when I have my pitcher up, I got lucky with the crazy animation from Griffey. Should have been only a single there, and it's even nice to get a base hit with the pitcher, especially in his debut. Jack Flaherty doesn't really have any hitting stats, I don't believe. But I was able to send one up the middle. It resulted in a double, or a single and an error. However, I was unable to get anything with Honus, a line out. He went with the fastball or cutter up in the zone once again, and he had been throwing that pitch along with the fastball, and it really kept me off balance. But finally, with Ted Williams, I was able to send one up the middle on an early okay hit off the end of the bat. I definitely timed it up well enough to get rewarded, but I also had one of those at-bats where I had plenty of foul balls. I could have easily struck out. He was able to at least throw that pitch up in the zone, the cutter up in the middle of the plate, as well as the fastball. Really was throwing off my timing. It made it much more difficult for me to hit, especially with that knuckle curveball that James Paxton throws. He was just able to keep me off balance. At least I was able to score a few runs up until this point. Been shut down for a couple of innings, but I have been able to get the home run from a couple big situations, a couple big at-bats. But we have Pablo Sanchez coming up to the plate. He's going to bounce one into inning-ending out right there. Didn't really get anything going in the middle of this game. Couple innings, I was completely shut down. We still have Jack Flaherty on the mound, and he has been pitching really well. I mean, in the 7th inning with only 2 runs given up, that's definitely something that I'm looking for, and I'm going to continue to leave him in my rotation until he gives up quite a few runs. It just seems like I've been able to pitch with him pretty well. At the same time, I have gotten lucky. I mean, this situation right here could have easily been a 2-run homer against Gleyber Torres right there. This guy's Domino's is a Yankees fan. He's using a lot of these Yankees hitters. Here he has the brand new finest DJ LeMahieu, and he sends one deep. So that could have changed the entire inning. I mean, if he was able to get a couple home runs right there, he definitely had good enough swings to hit a couple home runs in that situation. But it is a 5-4 game. We still have a 1-run lead, and I'm looking to try and expand it. I know that he's not done scoring. He's going to continue to hit the ball, and I'm going to have to continue to hit the ball myself because it's going to be tough to close this game out. He brings in the finest Liam Hendricks. I have Vladimir Guerrero off the bench. I felt like I got that one. Didn't get the exit velocity or the launch angle that I was really looking for. Felt like I squared that one up perfectly. And at times we both did. We both squared the ball up really well and got rewarded sometimes, and sometimes we ended up with lineouts, or balls to the warning track. That's just the way it goes sometimes. And right now it's pretty much going to come down to who can hit with runners in scoring position, who can get that big hit that kind of breaks the game open. One of us is going to do it, and it just depends on how or when it's going to be done. That's just the main thing. This game could easily go extra innings at this point. And basically, I'm trying to set my bullpen up. I'm trying to set it up for the next few games. I'm not trying to use too many arms. I'm not trying to go extra innings, really, because I don't want to use everybody in my bullpen. I want to have them rested for the upcoming games if I'm able to get on this win streak. If I win this game, I'll be at about 870 something, but it's not over yet. I mean, we're only in the 8th inning. Now we're in the bottom of the 8th. I was able to get a leadoff walk from Chipper Jones and extend the lead a little bit with a no-doubter from Griffey. I had a big strikeout in the previous inning. Was able to kind of shut him down in the 8th, put the pressure on him for the 9th inning to score more runs and to score multiple runs in order to make the comeback. I felt like if I didn't score any runs in this situation or hit the ball well and give myself a chance to kind of extend the lead, then I probably would have lost this game, or he would have been able to make the comeback much easier. But we're down to the last couple of outs here. He doesn't have any base runners yet. We still have Trevor Hoffman in the game, and luckily he didn't send that one out for a home run. I really felt like that one could have easily been sent out, and that's exactly what I'm talking about with those extra runs for a lead. It allows me to leave Trevor Hoffman in, even though he is in the yellow for stamina. And because I have a 3-run lead instead of a 1-run lead, then I am able to try and extend him 35 pitches into the game. He is going to give up some runs if he's able to be hit right now at this time, but I'm just trying to get any out I possibly can. I have gotten lucky in this inning facing Nolan Arenado, Babe Ruth, and now Gleyber Torres, and we get the strikeout to end it. Domino's is a great player. I was able to clutch that one out and finish it off. He definitely could have had more runs. I thought that I could have had more runs as well. I've been saying that quite a bit in some games that I've been playing recently, but we do move up to 875. And now I believe I'm still about 2 games away from making World Series if I win the next 2. So hopefully I can do that in the next video, but look out for that one. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.